Hello, welcome to the Lucas and Adam show. I'm Adam, that's Lucas, and today we have the most special guest. It's my dad. Uh,
That's right.
Dad, go ahead. Just
Hey,
tell the
I'm
people who you
Ken.
are.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm Ken. First time caller, long time viewer.
He wrote that joke himself. He wrote that joke himself.
long time, first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we were texting the three of us, and we were like, Dad, we'd love to have you on. What do you want to talk about? And Dad, what did you tell him you wanted to talk about?
So it started out because you asked me what my favorite movie was,
That's right.
and I couldn't think of like a good answer because that's a question where, you know, at different times in your life, there's always a different answer. Like,
Hmm.
I've had a different favorite movie probably 20 different times in my life now. So
Hmm.
I looked at it, I was like, well, instead of like, what's my favorite movie? What movie has been the most important to me?
Hmm.
So that was a question I was able to answer, and it was Star Wars. Um, so for me, when the original Star Wars came out, I was 3 years old. And that pretty much dominated my childhood, uh, from 77 till what, 83 or whatever, when Return of the Jedi came out.
Hmm.
Because it wasn't just a movie, it was also like in my toy chest. Like, I didn't grow up like you guys grew up where we had mountains of VCR tapes or DVDs. Like that didn't exist.
Hmm.
So when we saw a movie, the way we kind of relived it was we had toys and like replayed the movie with our action figures, the ships, and for me, and I think a lot of people from my generation, Star Wars just dominated the toy aisle at, Toys R Us or, whatever box store chain you guys went to. And you wanted to, as a kid, go up and down the toy aisle like it was Star Wars. Um, so that was a big chunk of my childhood. And then it came back out like when they did the special edition releases or re-releases. It was kind of like my college, post college. And so it kind of resurfaced. And I was able to see these movies again as an adult in the theater with the extra scenes and the cleaned up, like panning in between shots and stuff like that, which, I have mixed emotions on. But, so then it kind of resurfaced. And then after I had Adam, the prequels had come out, and that was his first movie in the theater. The very first Star Wars was my first movie in the theater. And we were both 3 years old at that time. So it just kind of worked out. And then I think with Adam, it was the same thing. The toys were back. We played with the ships, we had the action figures, the Legos were big at the time. So it was a way for him and I to bond, and it connected like my childhood to his childhood, and it kind of flipped it where, I went from being the child to the father. Um, so that's why I picked Star Wars as being the most important movie in my life. And then there's all the spin-offs, the different franchises, the cartoons, the prequels, the sequels. Um,
We'll
yeah,
be
the
getting into
Family
those
Guy.
Family Guy
Yeah,
spinoffs. Yeah.
yeah, the Family Guy spinoff, which was gold. Um, so yeah, so that's why we're talking about Star Wars today.
That's amazing. Real quick, do we want to talk about a dark side of a different kind? Before we get too much into the movie, it's championship weekend, everybody, when
Yes.
we're recording this. And Dad, do you have any predictions?
Oh boy.
Who do you like?
Well,
Who do you like?
yeah,
You can
I
make
mean, I
yourself seem
think the
smart when this
easy
comes
and
out.
yeah, yeah, watch it be completely opposite. But I think the
Damn it.
easy pick in the AFC, and I would do it, is to go with the Patriots. You know, the Broncos losing their quarterback like they did. I feel for the fans of Denver. But that's going way out on a limb, picking a team with, a quarterback that hasn't played hardly at all. And then, man, the Rams Seahawks one, that's tough. My heart wants the Rams to win. I would love to see a Rams Patriots rematch. I'd also love to see a Seahawks Patriots rematch. And the Seahawks being at home, if I had to put money on it, I'd bet Seahawks, but I want the Rams to be there.
Yeah. I
So
think that's kind of where I'm at.
that's my call.
I also think we get a better game if the Rams play the Patriots than if the Seahawks play the Patriots. Because I think the Seahawks just look too good right now, and I think they'd absolutely just fucking dismantle second-year QB Drake May. And,
Yeah.
even though he looks awesome and he does really, really good stuff, that
He had a
defense
pretty
is just
easy path to the Super
insane.
Bowl this year.
They
They had a pretty light
he did,
schedule.
yeah. And he hasn't even done it yet. I mean, and if the Broncos, by the skin of their teeth, win that game with Jarrett Stidham, then I'd say game over, and it's a Seattle title again. Luke, what do you think? I know you
Well,
love
I
the
think
Patriots.
we can't forget Adam's Rams bias, his hometown kid.
That's
So we
right.
really
That's right.
take what he says about LA with a grain of salt. Um, do you guys remember week one? I'm not making this up. The Raiders beat the Patriots.
I remember. I know that.
That was the
Yep.
thing
Yeah.
that happened. That was the thing that
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, the Broncos, with or without Bo Nix, with Jarrett Stidham, you could throw in fucking 50-year-old Brett Favre, 60-year-old Brett Favre as the
Philip
Broncos quarterback.
Rivers.
I still think that they're better than the Raiders. So it's going to be a little bit more interesting than we think. Um,
Mhm.
it sucks that it's Jarrett Stidham. Like if it was, I'm not trying to no Baltimore bias. It was Tyler Huntley or Malik Willis or even Mariota. I think still very much anyone's game. But Jarrett Stidham has no reps. I mean, all
Yeah.
this past week, you just hear about all these stories that Nick Foles. It's happened before with Joe Namath.
Mhm.
Anything can happen. I don't like the Patriots at all. So if anything's going to happen, I hope it happens today. Um, but I think if the Patriots can score at least 2 touchdowns and a field goal, if they can score 17 points, I think that they win. Um, Broncos offense isn't going to do much, if anything. It's going to be all
Yeah.
what the Broncos defense can do and what they can hold the Patriots to. Which I mean, we've seen all season. I had the Broncos on their defense on my fantasy team. So I've been monitoring the situation closely. Um, and they get better and better with age. And Sean Payton, as much as I'm 50-50 on him, he's a good coach. And so I think the Patriots do win, but I think I'm gonna be rooting for the Broncos every step of the way. But at the same time, even if the Broncos do somehow pull it out of their ass, whoever they play, the Rams or the Seahawks, is gonna knock their teeth out. So, Patriots would be a better Super Bowl, but Broncos, I just want to see the Patriots lose. And then you got Seahawks, Rams. I want the Seahawks to win it all. I really don't like the Rams either. Um, they're just perennial candidates, and I always like an underdog. And I guess this year the Seahawks are kind of the underdog in the NFC. Um, no hometown bias coming from me there either. So I think I mean both games between the Rams and the Seahawks this year were amazing games. Um, and one of them, Sam Darnold didn't throw 4 interceptions and they won. So I think if Sam Darnold can keep it 3 or under, they got a pretty good shot. So I think Rams, Patriots. I'm sorry, Seahawks, Patriots, and hopefully Seahawks give Drake May a concussion and put in fucking Josh Dobbs because Patriots have won 7 Super Bowls. That's like 6 too many. So, Mr. Ken, are you excited for the new rendering of the Commander Stadium?
Yes, I am really excited about.
He sent me the page as soon as it came out.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, I was on that day one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am stoked about them going back to the site of RFK. That was the glory
Mhm.
days. We're going back to the glory days here with Star Wars in my childhood. Right hand in hand with that was the red. We can say Redskins, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Redskins, you know,
We're
and
canceled.
the
We're canceled.
Hogs, and
Yeah.
yeah. um, the Washington football team from the '80s, you know, the Hogs, Riggins, Theismann, you know,
Yeah.
winning 3 Super Bowls, Gibbs. Yeah, that's those were the happy days.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that like the
That was
perfect
before the dark
convergence?
days.
Is that like the perfect convergence of like sports and like culture for you? Because like the Redskins are fucking awesome, and the prequels hadn't come out yet. So,
Yeah, the franchise hadn't been
Yeah.
ruined.
yeah, yeah, it's like all the legend stuff still counted
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
and
everything like that.
here we go. Shout out to fucking South Park for addressing Lucas going back and fucking up all the franchises by retouching up everything. Just leave it alone, you know.
Isn't it fucking Lucas and Spielberg like Eiffel Towering Harrison Ford? Like is that the thing? It's just so funny.
Mhm.
Look, you gotta watch South Park, dude. It's too
Yes,
good. It's too good.
that and Clone Wars. That and Clone Wars are next on my list right now. So
Oh,
I'm gonna
the
get there.
cartoon series.
Clone Wars?
Yeah. That's what you're
Yeah.
talking about, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
it's so good. Dad, did you? How much of that did you watch? How? Yeah. So I guess
Uh,
this is a good place to start. How much of like the non-movie stuff? Because you've seen all 11 movies. I know that.
uh-huh.
How
Yeah.
much of the extra stuff have you seen? TV show wise?
So when it came to the cartoons,
Yeah.
probably most of it, probably like 70 to 80%. I let that babysit you as a good father would do. When,
Hey, look at him
um,
now. Look
so,
at him now.
yeah. No, I mean, I was into it. Like the animation, um, you know, for me, I don't love the way it looks just
Yeah,
visually.
I got you.
Like coming from like the Tom and Jerry, Scooby Doo, like when
Mhm.
cartoons look like that, I
Yeah,
like that visually. It's more appealing to me than the way that newer
than the actual
cartoons like the
that
start.
like the 3D stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know how to like describe it
yeah.
in
It's
It's
like
a
a
lot
cheaper
different.
terms,
Pix. It's like
industry
a cheaper
terms.
Pixar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Toy Story versus like Cinderella. Like it's just like totally different, you know?
Hmm.
But
Like
I did like the concept that they take Anakin and Obi-Wan, and it's all the missions they run in
mhm.
between episode 2 and episode 3. You know, Anakin has his Padawan,
Yeah.
and then that had its own thing. I
Yeah. We saw
didn't
that movie in
love,
theaters.
yeah, I didn't love bringing back Darth Maul. Like, here's some of my gripes.
Mm.
I didn't, just like they
Gripe
brought
corner.
the Emperor back so many times.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like the, rerunning of that stuff.
Hmm.
Also, and they started, in the original trilogy, where you have a Death Star, it gets blown
Hmm.
up, and what do? You build another Death Star. It's like, come up with something else.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
as many characters and like great ideas they had, I don't know why they retread so many different things in the Star Wars universe like that. I don't love that.
Yeah,
But
it's really interesting because it's always like because it's also like one of the most vocal fan bases like of all time, and
hmm
it's really interesting to see. It's like in every sort of creative endeavor deals with this. It's like give the people what they want, what they think they want, which is like the same stuff versus like something that we think they might want, which is like something new, and it's just like that convergence, which is really interesting, and I think like episode 5 is a really great example of that because obviously like the first movie when it came out was the biggest movie of all time, huge Oscar noms, Oscar wins, like across the board, like unparalleled success, changed movie making forever. And it's like, okay, well, we're not gonna do like a desert, we're gonna do a tundra of a different kind, and
hmm
it's Hoth. And I think that's just like a really simple example. It's just like, okay, it's not sand, it's snow. But I think that's like a really important thing, um, because it is because uh, Empire is nothing like New Hope. Really, it's really a
Yeah.
lot different, and it's also I think widely regarded as the best movie that they ever made. So it's my favorite movie that they ever made. I'll put it that
Yeah.
way. And I think it's like really interesting just how they kind of threaded that needle and hit the jackpot on that one. So yeah, it's really interesting what you're saying about because they do retread that ground with Death Star, Star Killer. That's the episode 7 thing, and then Palpatine comes back in episode 9, which is one of the funniest things of all time. And
It's like,
No,
how
it's
did he
not.
get off? How did he
Yeah.
get out? He was thrown down the shaft.
he
He
had clones,
explodes in a
right?
ball. Then they blow up the Death Star.
Yeah,
Like he
He got
got
away.
double. He got blown up twice.
He
yeah.
got paid
They
off. They
double.
paid. Yeah. He paid
Yeah,
off
actually,
Darth Vader to throw him down the right
Yeah,
shaft, so that way he could
yeah.
get sent.
But he didn't go into a ship and fly away from the Death Star being blown up afterwards.
yeah.
We don't know that. Do we know
Nobody
that?
carried him out. I don't know. I don't know what the
Yeah.
explanation
This
is.
is like
Episode
This is
10
like Annie
coming soon.
Wilkes.
Episode 10 coming soon.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
so
Oh,
here's the
oh my
thing,
God.
though.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead.
I had that, dislike about that. But the
Mhm.
thing is they're not incapable of creating characters. Because one of the things that was big with like the diehard Star Wars fans when I was a kid was knowing all the auxiliary characters. Because they would pack backgrounds of scenes with these obscure aliens or the bounty hunters
Yeah.
or just some miscellaneous guy, but he looked cool, and then they'd make a figure out of him. And if you knew his name, and then they had the book series, which was another spin-off thing where they wrote a ton of books, and they would have books on all these background characters. They were not incapable of creating different people. So why have all these retreads when you can come up with like 1,000 different aliens that all look unique, that
Right.
all have different specialties, and all that. I just don't understand why they went back to the well so many times on the Emperor and the Death Star.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
so interesting because Lucas is just such a fascinating guy because he had an answer for everything. Like there was he would like I've never heard him say like I don't know. Like he always seemed like the type of guy that was like, "Oh, you want to know what that does? I'll tell you exactly what that does. You want to know who that guy is? I'll tell you exactly who he is. I'll tell you what planet he's from. I'll tell you what species he is. I'll tell you the history of that planet." And like it's so fascinating. Like the world just becomes so deep so quick because Lucas is such a genius with that world building. Like and and we've seen this before, and we've seen this since with like and before with like Tolkien and like George R.R. Martin and like a lot of like the fantasy stuff, and there's other stuff in the sci-fi realm that's kind of like this, but it's really interesting like you say that like to become like a diehard fan, it's like I want to know everything. And now like with Wikipedia, like that shit's fascinating. Like you could spend hours on Wikipedia and just like looking everything up, and it's like, oh, who's that guy? Oh, he's from this planet. Let me click on that, and then it's how it ties together with everything is really really fascinating. So yeah, I mean, so Luke, I mean, we've been talking. What's your relationship with these Star Wars movies?
I was, as usual, late to the party. I uh, I think
That's your
I got
memoir.
yeah. Honestly, I'm a late bloomer. If you want to like characterize myself, like if you're like tiers 1 through 5, tier 1 is like the Mr. Kens of the world. Like
Mhm.
I know everything there is to know about it. I love it. It was my life for a while. And tier 5 is like, yeah, Star Wars. I don't know Star Wars. I've maybe seen one. I'm probably like a tier 3 and a half. Um, because I mean, I didn't grow up with it underneath my nose. I think I, by the time I finally got around to watching it, um, my mom showed it to me, and I was probably like 9. And at that point, I already knew what was coming. Like Toy Story 2 had like every major franchise had spoofed it at some point. Like you said, Family Guy um, had had their way with it too, which is for the like honestly, I think they did they did a service to Star Wars. I thought they did a great job of like retelling the story in a goofy way and made more people, including myself, like interested in Star Wars because I love Family Guy. Star Wars to me was this realm that the second you jump into it, it's just a nonstop whirlwind. You're never going to stop learning. You have to give yourself to it. It's like a religion almost. Like you have to just let yourself believe, basically. And kind of, t- there's going to be other people. You just kind of have to hold on to them and listen to what they say until you can finally start blossoming into your own and making your own opinions about it. Um, so I watched the first couple, the main trilogy probably when I was like 9 or 10. I was like, okay, I've seen it. I've seen enough. I'm not an idiot. I know what happens in all of them. And kind of took a backseat to it. I was like, okay, cool, scratched off my bucket list. I don't think Star Wars is anything I'll really be into. And then I actually watched the prequels with Adam for the first time. And everybody talks pretty highly of like the prequels for the most part, or at least I thought they did. So to watch the prequels, like at least the first and the second one, I mean, I didn't really enjoy them that much the first time. Episode 3, which we'll get into, I'm sure at some point, was really fucking good. So it kind of like took me back out of it. And then I watched Rogue One like on a flight, and I was like, Jesus Christ, what the hell? Like I thought everybody was shit talking Star Wars. This movie's kind of fucking insane. Kind of brought me back into it. I
Hmm.
started rewatching it on my own, and definitely developed a deeper relationship. And got on YouTube and slowly but surely like inched my way deeper into the George Lucas. I mean, he built a world. Like he built a world. Um, it's like Dungeons and Dragons almost, the way that he just like Adam, you said there's just an answer to everything. Like not only is there stormtroopers, but there's different classes of stormtroopers. If you see a stormtrooper wearing this, it means that. If you see them flying a starship that's shaped like this, it's a different class. That means this person's on there, and this is the exact amount of crew that's going to be on there. You're gonna have this amount of people. This is how much fuel it has. This is the type of fuel that it takes. It's like a fucking terrorist manifesto. Like it's exactly shows exactly how much uh, information you need on it, information you didn't even know you gave a shit about. And it's intense for a while, and then like once you finally start appreciating it, you're like, wow, this is I get why people love this shit so much because I'm finding myself get deeper and deeper into it, and like where I felt like I wanted to watch the Clone Wars because I had to. Now at this point, I'm like, I want to watch the Clone Wars because I want to. I want to see what, all this shit that Anakin and Obi-Wan did. I want to see what led from Episode 2 into Episode 3, and just so on from there. I haven't watched. I watched Force Awakens. I haven't seen Episode 8 and Episode 9. Sounds like I don't really fucking need to. Um, but yeah, I'm definitely newer to it, and I appreciate everything that is done, and that it's just the longevity of it. And it's just impressive.
I would say I would watch 7 through 9. I think they're better than 1 through 3.
Oh
Mm.
wow.
I, yeah,
Well, so yeah.
personally, so, you know, I don't want to be like shitting on Star Wars the whole time because that's not how I
Well,
feel about the franchise. But,
We'll
sometimes
talk
it's
about
you know, but like
we'll
Jar
touch on
Jar,
trilogy and we'll talk about all the things we like
yeah.
at some
yeah,
point.
but like Jar Jar obviously is, a huge, sore spot among the Star Wars faithful. And
Hmm.
then fucking Hayden Christensen, like, I can't watch him and not cringe. Like, it's terrible. Like, his acting's terrible. Like, he's not believable. Um, yeah,
It's
I
especially in the
just,
first one, it felt like he wasn't even in it. It was bizarre.
well, it was a different.
He's a Canadian.
Yeah,
He's a
there
Canadian,
was
you know.
there was some redeeming. Like the pod race is an amazing sequence
Yeah.
Mhm.
in the first one. Some of the fighting, like the starship battles, are pretty cool in 1 through 3. Um, it's the acting and the
Yeah.
dialogue. Like I know the Star Wars dialogue, it's unique to begin
Spotty.
with. The
Yeah.
original cast was able to like bring it to life and make it feel natural.
Hmm.
The other casts really didn't do it anywhere near as well as the original trilogy cast did. And then but that's just the trilogy ones. You're right. Rogue One's amazing. Um,
Solo,
outside of
not so much.
yeah,
Really?
um, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like a young soul with what is it? The girl from Game of
Alden
Thrones, right?
Ehrenreich and
Amelia
Emilia
Clark.
Clarke and Woody
Yeah.
Harrelson
Oh, you
and
got it.
Donald Glover. It's actually a pretty stacked cast. Um, it was supposed to be directed by Lord and Miller, which I think would have been awesome because they did like 21 Jump Street and like the Lego Movie and
Oh.
Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs and everything like that. But it ended up being directed by Ron Howard, um, which
Hmm.
not a bad director, but
Yeah.
way
Yeah, it
different.
wasn't terrible. I didn't hate it,
No, I
but
don't think
it
it did what it
just
needed to do though for
no,
the for
it
the
didn't.
for the for the people.
It
Are you
wasn't
hyped for Mando and
necessary.
Grogu? Are you hype? Scale of 1 to 10.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not so. I didn't have Disney for the longest time, so
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen all of The Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been so many Star Wars that I've kind of been like, nah. Like I
Mm-hmm.
never got excited enough to jump into another universe because I just never felt like
Mm-hmm.
any of the ones outside of the original trilogy really did it for me in the way that it did when I was a kid. But
Mm-hmm.
also that's probably to be expected. I'm
Yeah.
in a much different point in my life now.
So,
So
Mr. Ken, when you found out that Phantom Menace was coming out, how did you feel about that? Were you excited for it? Were you like, oh, what the fuck are they doing? Did you know it was coming?
yeah, so originally
This is
yes,
good. Good
because
question.
they had Darth Maul, and I don't want to get fact checked here, but I really think one of the first trailers that they showed, my memory of before I was kind of against it, was Darth Maul's lightsaber, where the one side came
Oh
out and
Yeah.
then the other side came out, and it was like, oh man, and he looked cool, like he was a cool looking villain.
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, back then, before I actually saw the movie, and I think people have kind of, admitted that it's also tough when the protagonist is, a young boy. Like, you can only do so many things with that. Like, that
Mm-hmm.
limited the movie in a certain way, where, with the original ones, where Luke, he's 18, 19, whatever he would have been in the movie, you can do a lot more with an actor of that age and size than you can do with a kid who's what, maybe 6, 7, whatever Anakin was in those movies.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but
It's a real
the
28
pod
years
race
later
was amazing.
situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, the pod race is dope. It's actually funny. So I took Alex to the 25th anniversary re-release, 2024. This was 2 years ago. And he fell asleep, which I thought was hilarious. And it was like, and it was funny because I was because they were just on Tatooine for so long, and I was like, you know what, it's cool. I'm just gonna wake him up for the pod race, and I was like, you know what, he's got another 15 minutes. It's all right. They're talking about midichlorians, and Darth Maul shows up for those 2 seconds or whatever. I guess that's after the pod race. But yeah, so yeah, it's tough. And it's really funny because I feel like what content after uh the prequels, like all that stuff, so it maximizes the impact of those stories so much because you have all these Jedi, not like during the galactic era and like that era of the Empire, and it's like it's so much deeper, and it's like Star Wars just keeps kind of going like back in time, like with the Acolyte and things like that, to like more Jedi, more stuff like this, more Force stuff, and not as much like post Episode 6. Like obviously I have the sequel trilogy, which mixed feelings. But then you have the Mando, and how that kind of ties into the original trilogy is very, very interesting. Like that, I don't know how much you actually know about it, but like, do you know about certain appearances of certain characters in The Mandalorian?
No, I
No.
watched
Okay. I won't spoil it
maybe
for you if you
so.
want to check it out.
Yeah, I might. I have
Or read the
Disney
comments.
now, but like I watched up till like when I know it's not Boba Fett, but whatever the main guy is, when he
Din
finds
Djarin?
Baby Yoda. I
Yes.
saw like, and then they like head out. And so like that's like what, the first 3 or 4 episodes of the
That's the
very
first
first
episode.
season. Okay, maybe it felt like I watched longer.
It felt like an entire season, but actually,
Yeah. So like no, I did. But
and then
didn't he
you
lose
learned
him
more.
when Jawa's in there? And then like he's like hanging on to one of the sand crawlers and heading out.
Oh
I kind
shit.
of remember that.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, they spent a good bit of time on Tatooine in the first.
So
I'll say the
where
first 2 seasons of Mando are dope. Highly recommend. Go
so
ahead.
where do
Okay.
all the TV shows? Because I've never watched a TV show. Where the hell do all the TV shows? You got Bad Batch, Andor,
I
Skeleton
got you.
Crew. Where's all that? Is that sporadic around the universe, or is it like this is all prequels? This is all right before Episode 5, or
I got you. Uh, so Clone Wars, like you said, is between 2 and 3. Bad Batch. The Bad Batch are like defective clones,
so? All right, well, hang
and
on. I'm gonna stop you. I don't want like a whole breakdown of all the TV shows, but I just want to know like
okay.
they're
What?
they're sprinkled around the whole timeline. It's not
Yeah,
just like
yeah,
okay.
yeah. Before the original trilogy, after the original trilogy, before the prequel trilogy. Yeah. So like
So what's the
there's a bunch of
earliest
shit
what's the earliest documented timeline? Wait, where is that? Is
on
that
film.
Acolyte, like you
It's the
said?
Acolyte. It's the Acolyte. Yeah.
Damn.
Skippable. Skippable.
It's kind of, oh,
Skippable.
really?
Yeah.
Well,
Shout
and then
shout out
what
to Mandela.
Mm.
She's good. I like her,
the
but
the
tough
latest
part.
documented is that episode 9? Is that the most up to date we are, or
Yeah. And then episode 10, oh well, yeah, episode 10, Starfighter, that'll
that's
be post.
that's a thing?
That's a thing. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Do you know who the star and director of that movie is? Don't look it up.
JJ Abrams?
Close. Your guy Sean Levy.
Oh, really?
And guess who the titular starfighter is?
Joe Keery?
Close. Ryan Gosling. So
Ryan Gosling loves being in space, dude. And Project
there's
Hail
a
Mary, and
I know.
he was
Yeah,
he was the
there's a trailer out there. Feel free to check it
first
out.
man. When's it supposed to come out?
Shit, 27, I think.
Okay, I
I
got
don't think
time.
it's on the slate for this year. Yeah. This is you when you got time.
Maybe I will end up
Um,
watching Acolyte after all.
yeah.
So,
But yes, Star Wars Return to the big screen. With Mando and Grogu, and then I promise we'll actually talk about the original trilogy and go through it. But but yeah, Dad, like how are you feeling about that? Are you psyched? Are you gonna go? Are you gonna do prep?
Uh, for the Starfighter,
No,
or
Mando and Grogu coming in June.
didn't even know about it until this pod.
it's okay. So let me tell you something. I am definitely more of a casual Star Wars fan than you, Mr. Cannon. I'm excited about it. I
Mhm.
like. I like. I think I've seen a trailer or two, and it's pretty exciting. And I know Mandalorian. I'm pretty sure has good reviews, so I think it's something to be excited about.
First 2 seasons,
I
thumbs
mean,
up.
I'll probably go. I mean, one of Adam and I's things to do when we're together is to go to movies.
Yeah,
So I'm sure there's going to be a time when we're hanging out and that's going to be in the theater. And, if I'm going to go see it, I'm going to go see it with Adam or Alex or
yeah.
both.
Mhm.
So,
One or the other.
yeah.
Interchangeable.
It's it's a real Matson's choice. Um,
Yeah.
So I do want to get into the original trilogy here with you,
Yeah,
Mr. Kevin.
let's
So
actually
you
talk
saw
about it.
Okay.
Enough foreplay.
all three. You saw all three of them in theaters, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
When you for the Empire Strikes Back, when you found
Uh-huh.
out that Darth Vader is Luke's dad, and I know you were
Spoiler
what,
alert.
6? Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry guys. Don't watch Toy Story 2 either. I know that you were 6 at the time. How did you feel? Do you remember how you felt? Did you see it?
I remember it being like a huge cultural thing. It was like back then there was like Who Shot JR, the Dallas TV show.
Yeah.
There was like certain things that like just kind of consumed the cultural,
Hmm.
whatever atmosphere or something at the
Landscape, yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because like it wasn't back then. It wasn't like today where there was no internet. Like, the cultural landscape wasn't oversaturated with like a billion different things. So when something like that came out, it was massive. Like everybody talked about it. I would have been like in first grade probably. Yeah, I would have been
Yeah.
six. So first grade, so of course, like, you're with your kids. And I had two really good friends. We hung out, we played with Star Wars. That was like what we did.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was massive. That was like, oh my God, I can't believe, Darth Vader is, Luke's father. And then I
Hmm.
tell you, and honestly, when you found out that Leia was his sister, that was to me almost as big. That
Hmm.
like, when they're like, there is another Skywalker, or whatever, like
Hmm.
Yoda's dying breath.
Yeah.
Like I felt like that was like a big reveal on the level of like Vader being Luke's father, which then brings up the whole thing. She kissed him, earlier, and it's
Like,
more talked about like that than like the reveal that
yeah.
like he actually had a sister.
Yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
so, but yeah, no, it was huge. It like consumed the cultural landscape at the time.
Yeah.
I
That's
was
great.
6 years old though, so like,
Yeah, I know
of
you were.
course I was a kid,
Yeah.
and toys, and like that
Yeah.
was my life anyway. But I think for people at that time, like my parents' age, like I think it was a big deal for them too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wasn't watching late night TV, but I can guarantee it was like on
Everyone was
Johnny
like,
Carson, or yeah, like whatever the shows were.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's I'm trying to imagine like 6-year-old you because like I was wondering about like that in theater moment like when that happens like
like
if it's
jaw
more like
drop.
a like it's more like a I wonder if it's more like a oh my God I can't believe that or like a wait what did he say? Because
yeah. I
like
think it's more of like,
yeah
I don't remember. Like I'd be lying if I said like
like the actual
I
moment yeah
remember
Yeah.
yeah
the
that's a long time
smell of
ago
the popcorn and
Yeah,
where
I
the
know.
seat was, and like
It was
all of that.
V
Like it
V5.
wasn't like that.
yeah
I do remember generally it being like just a massive reveal. It was
yeah
like
Hmm.
the big reveal.
I bet you
Um,
gathered from the theater vibes it was
and
a big
yeah,
deal
but I was 6 years old, so I was probably like, wait, what? Like what's going
yeah
on?
Hmm.
Like, did his hand really just get cut off? Probably more focused on that.
right
How did they film that? Yeah. I just went to the bathroom real quick. What happened?
yeah
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I didn't know if
So,
you were gonna have like a Nicole Kidman moment where you were
yeah.
like the theaters where we go to laugh and cry and everything
mm.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, no. I mean, I know I was at the theater, and I know the
yeah,
first Star Wars was my first movie in the theater.
yeah.
And
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
know I saw all of them, but like I don't remember like the actual, like I think it's one of those things,
Sure,
I know it because they told me it,
for sure.
like
Yeah,
not because like I actually remember it. Like I
like that.
say, for me, the movies lived on more through the toys and
Yeah,
playing, and the friendships I had with Gavin and Brent than it did like the actual movies, because we didn't have it on VCR. Like I said, we didn't VCRs didn't even, well, if they existed, they weren't in my house.
Yeah.
So it's not like I could go home and then like watch it after school every day. Um,
That's
we
that's
saw it in the theater. We probably saw it more than once, but I don't, you know, I don't specifically remember that.
that's see,
yeah,
that's so interesting to me that you bring up like just well, you had in order to watch something you had to go to the movie theater. Like that is something that is totally lost on like our generation. Like it feels so different watching like I mean, me and Adam speak to it more than most. Like I don't have an issue going to the movie theater by myself or watching stuff by myself. But when you watch something with somebody, it's almost a completely different experience. Like experiencing it with the first time, like somebody who also cares about it, it's a completely different experience. And now it's like like the way that we're talking about, like, oh, should I see Mandalorian? All right, I guess I'll watch Mandalorian, and then I'll just watch it on my own, and then like there won't. That's that. Like it's such a it's such an unfortunate thing that like streaming is great. It's awesome. It's cool that I can just turn on episode 5 right now instead of having to wait and check the TV guide and have to record it and make sure everybody's here and plan out my piss breaks. Um, but yeah, it's like watching movies with people. It's a completely different experience. Like I'm friend of the show, Marcus Kamek. Like I'm watching Boardwalk Empire with him, and we each kind of started watching it on our own, and we just coincidentally like found out we were watching it the same show at the same time, and pretty much within an episode or two of each other, and we started watching it together. And it's just infinitely better, like watching something with somebody, and experiencing it with other people, and being able to talk about it. Like it's now. If a twist like that happened, if I would just go straight to my phone, and be like, is Darth Vader real? Luke, is this real? Is this real fucking shit? And it would just be like ruined for lack of a better term. And that's just the magic of these movies. It takes you back to the 70s and 80s, and you can kind of picture yourself as a young kid, like experience for the first time, and
Hmm.
trying to figure out your way through this complex universe.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And going to
So,
the movies back then was more of a special treat. It
yeah,
wasn't like,
mm,
you did it all the time. It was like, well, at least for like me and like with my parents, we might go to like, 2 or 3 movies a year. It wasn't like now where like you can just go to the movie theater whenever. It was an afterthought, or you can turn on the TV like you were saying with streaming and stuff. It's like you could just turn it on. Like we didn't even have cable, so I
yeah,
couldn't even watch a movie like without commercials. And it was, like the 3 main channels, whatever they dictated at like 8 o'clock on a Friday or whatever. And
yeah,
then there was commercial breaks in the middle of it, and it was cleaned up for TV. So yeah, it was just a completely different time.
yeah.
womp
Yeah.
So,
womp.
Mm.
Oh God. But yeah,
so
so I
I,
guess
I
oh, I was gonna say, do you wanna hop into it? Like just talk through each movie, like go
Yeah.
one by one, or well, I guess to start off, like do we all have like rankings like of those like of the original trilogy, like 4, 5, 6, like the order, like
I'm sure
Dad, what's
yeah.
Dad? What do you have?
I did. I thought about that because, I know you were ranking the other movies like when you were
Yeah,
doing multiple ones like Mission Impossible and stuff. And
yeah,
I know like probably most people go Empire,
mm-hmm,
want 4, or go 5, 4, 6 probably. And
yeah.
I'm actually going to go 4, 5, 6. Like it's tough.
Really?
Yeah, because I mean, again, and it's like how you define favorite, and to me, like I like all of them. I think they're all good. I think it's like the arc, of a hero's journey kind of thing.
Yeah,
So, is like the beginning more, do you enjoy the beginning of it? Do you enjoy the middle or the end? Or, like what part of that arc do you like the best? And for me, I guess it just comes down to without episode 4 being what it was, nothing else exists after it. And
yeah.
because it was a good movie and so much of it stands up, like,
It
this,
fucking rips, dude.
and like the action sequences, the special effects, like the stop motion type, whatever, however because they built models
Yeah.
and it wasn't computer generated ships or anything like that. They built like massive models and then, filmed the models moving around, and then put in the lasers afterwards. But yeah, like, I mean, I just have to like I won't put anything in front of it. Although, you know, Empire, the story, the big reveal with Vader being Luke's father, the introduction of the bounty hunters is really cool. Um, Lando comes in, Han's frozen, and it's the budding romance between Leia and Han that kind of really
Yes.
starts in that movie.
You
So
mean
like
Leia and Luke?
Luke Luke's just her side piece. Like,
Yeah.
uh, yeah, like I totally understand why Empire's the favorite, but for me, my ranking, I'm going 4, 5, 6 in that order.
Nice. Luke, what do you got?
I'm gonna say 5, 4, 6. I love all three of them. Six is great. Um, I I was like doing some research on my own. I found out like a lot of people don't like that ending, the Endor scene. They don't like the ending
Oh, the
Endor scene.
Ewoks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that scene. That might be one of my favorite scenes of the whole trilogy. Just uh, encompassing what's going on in space, what's going on above, and then the ground battle itself is great. I, I love that scene. So I like fuck, 5, 4, 6. Empire's great.
Yeah. I think that's mine. It's funny that that you go 4, 5, 6, Dad, because like yeah, so I rewatched the whole original trilogy for this pod, and I was just like, oh my God, like it's episode 4 is so fucking good. Like
Hmm.
it's crazy to like think because I feel like Star Wars like as an idea is like almost bigger than like the actual movies themselves, but it's like you actually go back in it and it's like, wow, this is like really interesting and good and like funny and it's just so unique and I know we'll get to this at some point, but maybe the best score of all time?
Yeah,
Question mark? Like
Yeah.
I would
it's
say so.
And that's the
you
thing.
can
Yeah, I was waiting until we got to
yeah,
that. Because, like,
yeah. Let's go now.
as soon as the movie comes on, it's like a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah.
And then that first note hits, it's like being at a concert, like,
Dude,
Yeah.
it is.
especially when you're in the theater, like, it hits, like, and I know there's other soundtracks that are good, and John Williams is amazing, Jaws, and he's done a lot. But that, like, that moment, like, what you're watching in, like, the first second on the first note. And for me, like, someone like it evokes a feeling that,
Mhm.
like, I don't know if there's ever been another movie, like, where, you know, it hits like that. It's so
Yeah.
powerful.
Yeah. And you can like close your eyes and you know exactly what's it like. Like that's how well I know the score. Like if I just played it, I'd be able to play the movie back to myself.
Well,
Like,
and
Hmm.
each character kind of has their own theming, like you said. Like I was
mhm.
thinking that too. Like within 10 seconds, you're like, oh, this is a Leia scene. Oh, this is a Luke scene. Oh, we're in the Millennium Falcon. Like each piece of setting has its own soundtrack like going on throughout. Like I I guess now's the time to talk about it. They spoof it in Family Guy in Blue
Me
Harvest.
too.
They're just like, ladies and gentlemen, John Williams and the London Symphony Orchestra,
Yeah.
and then you rewatch it and you're just like, Jesus, like you have to like turn it down because like, holy fuck, you're going for it right here. I mean that's the best when Luke's on Tatooine just looking at the two moons. Um,
Hmm.
that's
Dude.
iconic. Like I don't care who you
Yeah.
are or
Yeah.
when you are. That's iconic. Even if you don't know what's going on, what Star Wars is or what planet you're on, you can just turn that 30-second scene on and just the music swelling, Luke. It's it's almost comical, but it's not. You're like, this should be funny. Like Luke's just looking into the distance in silence. Like
There's two
it's almost
sons.
stupid. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's almost stupid, but it works and it makes you like feel something. And this is before anything has really happened. I mean, like Darth Vader and shit, but this
Yeah.
Hmm.
is really your first introduction to Luke, and you're like, this guy is no shit destined for great things. That's just John Williams just went off for this.
Yeah.
You're right. Because when I rewatched
It's
it, that
crazy.
scene hit me too. That, like, I was making notes for like this, and it was like, yes, the music like told you what emotion you're supposed to feel.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
like he's like, looking off, like there's like more out there, and he wants to be somewhere else, and gazing, into the distance or whatever. Yeah, like, that I think the soundtrack for this movie is unparalleled. I, you
Hmm.
know, I cannot think of another soundtrack that,
I think when you talk about soundtracks, you're like, yeah, it's up there with Star Wars. Like you don't say Star Wars
yeah,
is
it's
up
the
there with
gold
it's
standard.
its own. Yeah, it's like yeah, if
Yeah.
you can be in the same realm as Star Wars, then you've done your job. You've more than earned your Grammy or whatever the hell you're gonna win. Um,
Hmm.
Yeah.
like nothing is really gonna touch Star Wars.
And it's wild because he outdoes himself in
Revenge of
Empire
the Sith.
because he invents the Imperial March.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's not in episode 4. And it's like the Imperial March is like ironically like one of like the most famous like Star Wars things. It's like Darth Vader, boom, Imperial March. Like you know it. Everyone knows it. Like even if they haven't seen Star Wars, they know it. Like it's just that
Mhm.
famous. It's that good,
It's
and
an icon. Iconic.
it's crazy. Yeah, like
Yeah.
that he could do that more than once is just insane. It's just John Williams. He's just the goat.
Yeah,
Like
and you know it's a bad guy. Like you don't hear that music and think a good guy's coming into the scene.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like the music
exactly.
tells you what it is, and it's brilliant that,
It's
he
a
was able
character.
to compose that. Yeah. Because I guess 2001 kind of has that iconic soundtrack, but it was borrowed.
Mhm.
Nothing was written for 2001. It was
2001.
all
Yeah,
other
yeah,
pieces
Yeah.
that they paired with the space themes. Well, but yeah, Star Wars is the gold standard.
Yeah.
yeah. It's so good.
And while we're kind of talking about uh not just the movie but the broader aspects of it, like the special effects for the 70s, like it's like I'm watching like a Ridley Scott movie with the way that there's just like steam coming out of a ship. Like I like where did that come from? But it just fits. Like it's everything just makes sense. The weird blinking lights, like the Millennium Falcon, everything looks like it's got a job to do, even though it's just a fake button. You're like, oh yeah, you know Han knows what that button does, and it's just the way when when you're inside the Death Star for the first time and the Millennium Falcon gets tractor beamed in, and there's just like walls of stormtroopers. Like you're just like this thing is fucking massive. Like it's hard to like just the scale of how massive the Death Star is and how they shoot these some of these scenes. Like when before they even get off Tatooine, some of those shots I'm not sure where uh New Hope is filmed. I probably like some
It's
parts in
Yuma,
Africa.
Arizona.
Yuma.
No,
Yeah,
it was
Oh
Arizona.
no
in
shit.
Arizona.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, they make that place. I mean, that looks alien. Like wherever the hell they're shooting from, it looks like yeah, this is
Yeah.
space. Like it's the way that some of those shots are when you have just R2. We haven't even talked about the droids. R2 just like going through off-roading, just like yeah, they're somewhere. They're on Tatooine. I don't know if this place exists, but it definitely seems like it does. Um, and it's intense.
Yeah, there's a
And they keep
fantastic. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say they keep that pace. Like it's one thing to hit a home run with New Hope, but then they're like, all right, well, let's throw on fucking Empire Strikes Back, and then we're gonna top it all off with Return of the Jedi.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a fantastic doc on Disney, Light and Magic, which is about how George Lucas started his own company to do the special effects for Star Wars. Industrial Light and Magic is his CGI company. Or I guess they do CGI now, but it was all like sorts of effects and stuff like that. And like they show you how they built the models and filmed the models and like how they built special rigs so that they could do like repeatable motions with stuff and it's super fascinating and like how they did a lot of stuff practically like there's a lot of stop motion, there's a lot of um yeah,
It's
just good old fashioned practical effects, and it's amazing how they did stuff
yeah,
and that blend of like old school, new school. It's like the perfect mesh. It's all
yeah.
the perfect people come together at the perfect time, because it feels so good, and it's really interesting when you watch like those re-releases of the original trilogy because like you can't even find the original prints anymore. It's like it all
I
has that
know.
CGI
I don't
sheen
know.
on it.
Hmm.
Because
I
and it's
don't understand.
interesting. Go ahead.
You can finish your thought.
Oh, I was gonna say because like I've heard George Lucas talk about it, and he was like, yeah, Star Wars, like the original one, Episode 4, is like this is about 25% of what I had in my head, and it's just like wait, what? Like you had four
I
times more stuff to throw in this, and that's why he went back and added the stuff. Like it's
yeah.
because it like he was so pained as an artist, like that he couldn't get what was in his head onto the screen. He didn't enjoy directing the movie. He talks about it all the time. He didn't direct any other movies in the
Yeah,
original
I know.
trilogy,
Yeah.
which is really
Hmm.
interesting. he was like, you know what, I'll sit back and be a producer and still make as much money and not want to pull my hair out. So it's really interesting that he went back and did it. Yeah. So, but Luke, you were gonna say something?
Well, I was gonna, yeah, like Mr. Ken, like I really don't know. There's some parts, like obviously they have Hayden Christensen now in episode 6. That obviously
I know. Like, I
is
hate
fucking
that
new.
too. Like the
Yeah, that's
ghost
what I was
thing
getting
at the
at.
end. Yeah.
Your thoughts on all that? Like his like Jabba the Hutt was CGI'd in. It's
Yeah, I don't love it.
feels strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. The one thing I do like the way, like, when you go from one scene to another, they did the transitions different. I do
Yeah,
think that feels a little smoother when you're watching it. Um, some of the stuff, like when it's minor, like they added some like sandcrawler stuff on the dunes with a Jawa's
Yeah.
big,
Stuff in the
sandcrawler.
background. Yeah.
That was cool. Like they couldn't do the dewbacks, which was the like lizard creature this uh stormtroopers rode on
Um,
Tatooine. Like
yeah,
they put some of
yeah, making
those
the
in.
Batman.
Like okay, but like, and they extended the Mos Eisley scene a little bit. Those were kind of like the big ones in the first one.
Yeah.
Not terrible. Like they had to add the joke, like where like one robot, kind of does something goofy with another. It's like I don't really need that, but
mhm,
um, I mean, I get where Lucas is coming from. Like you have something in your head. Star Wars became this huge thing and it wasn't quite what you wanted, so like you couldn't ever resist the urge to go back. Now that the technology exists and play with it, like I understand, like it's like a scab you can't stop picking, like like there's like some addiction to it. But yeah, I wish somebody would have just restrained him and not.
Yeah.
yeah,
I would have been so
You
much
get,
happier without that.
yeah.
yeah.
If we're doing ranking before special edition and after special edition, like I'm always gonna rank before ahead of
Yeah,
after.
Yeah.
right. Yeah,
I
the one
do
that you said.
like the musical sequence at the beginning of episode 6. So,
The musicals. All
hot
right, let me
take.
think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know, same thing.
I'm,
What was going
I'm,
on?
I'm kidding. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Like, wait, the concert in Jabba's palace, where it's like those CGI
Oh
aliens
my
and
God,
Oh.
everything.
dude, no, that is insane. That's what I feel like I was on acid on that. I was like, this. I was like, skip, because this is. I felt like I was watching like an extension of Phantom Menace. It was just that goofy ass CGI, and that's my pee break, dude. Yeah, when they're just the one guy who's got weird abs, huge teeth, just like
Dude, dude,
scream singing.
it's just
No,
bad,
that
dude.
Yeah.
makes you uncomfortable. I remember I was rewatching it and I think I was eating like I never get Panera and I never get mac and cheese, but I got Panera mac and cheese and I was so excited for it and I turned this on and I like had to I was like I lost my appetite. Like it's just freaked the fuck out of me. Like the chick the weird frog chick who like they're trying to make it look like she's got boobs but isn't wearing a bra. Like it's just what the
Yeah.
fuck are we doing? Like it was insane. But I mean, but I was like, it kind of makes sense because nobody wants to be a fucking Jabba the Hutt land, so um, it kind of works. But
Um,
it's horrible.
yeah.
Mm,
That scene is horrifying,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah. Oh, Luke, fun fact for you. Do you know what type of music the fucking Mos Eisley band plays in the bar in episode 4? Do you know what that type of music is called?
Is it a polka polka polka, very big in Sheboygan, or
It's called jizz.
oh really?
Yes.
That makes sense. I mean,
Like jazz, but
like
not.
jazz, but you like
Mm.
jizz? Um, yeah,
Yeah. They should
that's
have brought those guys
Jabba the
back.
Hutt. That's Jabba the Hutt's not. That's not when they're in the bar meeting Han Solo, right?
No, that's what I'm talking about. In the bar meeting Han
Oh,
Solo in
oh,
episode
that's
4.
Jizz.
Yeah, that's
I actually
jizz.
I kind of like that song. That's
Yeah.
just kind of fire. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's perfect.
It's iconic. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
yeah, you
that's a
when
fun
you
fact
hear
for you
that, you
guys.
know what it is. Yeah. And it's a
Yeah,
Yeah.
cantina, not a bar. Just
for the
Cantina,
canteen
thank
in my
you.
book.
Cantina sequence. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's why I brought him on, guys.
Yeah, he's
I can only
he's
allow
our
that to go on for so long
yeah,
before it needs
uh,
correcting.
yeah.
Oh god. Oh man. But
Hmm.
shit. But well that's a good spot. So Han Solo, Harrison Ford. Let's talk about him. Let's carve this out and do this here.
Who
Dad,
shot
is he the
first?
Greedo.
well that's another thing. Greedo shot
They,
well,
no, they changed
they
it.
changed it.
Yeah,
They
I know.
changed it. Han shot first, and then they switched it so that Greedo shot first, which is
They
so fascinating. A little less scoundrel of him,
they should have
if I may.
they should have stuck with Han. Han's got this great arc throughout this trilogy,
Yeah.
and I think if you had him shooting Greedo first, who gives a shit? Like it just shows you how
Hmm.
far he's grown. Um,
Yeah.
Hmm.
and
It's.
the life that he was kind of escaping from.
Mhm.
And they should have just kept it. I don't
I I think it's a
Greedo
big
shooting
mistake
first
that a
doesn't
lot
do
of
anything.
I think it's a big mistake that a lot of art makes nowadays, where it's like you kind of remove the arc part of it, where it's like, oh, he's not like kind of like a lovable asshole into just like an actual lovable nice guy. He's just like, okay, we're gonna start him off as a nice good guy, and then he'll just end as a nice good guy too.
Yeah,
And then some stuff happens in between. So
we need
it's
more
kind of how
Kenny
they mess with
Powers.
that arc. Yeah,
Yeah, it feels like they're trying to
exactly.
sanitize it to make it more kid
Yeah,
friendly. Because
Mm,
really, what they don't go, he's a drug smuggler, is what he is.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
like, if you read the books, it's spice. They call it spice, but it's
yeah, yeah,
basically
yeah.
drugs. He's
Yeah,
a
like
drug
Dune.
runner. That's what Han Solo is when they,
Yeah,
yeah, first meet him. That's why he's in the Mos Eisley
yeah.
cantina.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I guess it's just like you don't want kids watching that. It's like, wait, did my favorite character just straight up murder again?
Well, it's good. I
Like
like that
what?
shit.
Like, justified. I
Oh,
mean,
for
Greedo was
sure.
going to take him to
Greedo was
jump.
gonna
It's
kill him.
not like he
Greedo was
just
gonna kill him. Yeah, to
shot
take
an
him to jump.
innocent bystander.
No, 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 no. Innocent bystander.
Yeah.
Roti. But yeah, so, yeah, but that's just interesting. But okay, so I guess I got a little hot take. I'm not as big on Han Solo.
Why?
He's not really my guy like that.
Mm.
Is he your guys?
I
Do you
think so.
guys
I think
like Han
I
Solo?
like him a
Like
lot.
I was a
I
Luke
like him a
guy.
lot.
I was like, I'm in it for Luke and R2D2. Like that's my shit. Uh,
Yeah.
Dad, what do you think?
Well, so as the kid with blonde hair growing up, like I always got to be Luke when we're like playing Star Wars, like
Yeah.
because so few people had blonde hair, like I got to be like Luke, so like
It's so
that's
funny.
just a weird personal
Yeah,
relationship
yeah,
I have with that. And plus, like, Star Wars really is like Luke's journey. It's Luke's hero's
mm,
journey, and
the original
everybody
trilogy.
else is like an ancillary character to, some degree around
Mm,
him.
yeah,
So yeah, like, but I get like a lot of people would think Han's like the cool guy, you
yeah.
know. Yeah, like you say, the aloof, like, he's got a little bit more of the witty comeback. He's like a man of the world, like he's been out there and,
Right.
Mm,
kind of has that experience. Um, but yeah, no, yeah, like there's really no character that I don't like on
yeah,
the
for sure.
original trilogy. Like the cool guys, like I always thought like the bounty hunters were like the cool ones, like
Yes,
Boba
dude.
Fett, and like less is more with them because you don't
Hmm.
Hmm.
really see anything. Like Boba Fett, probably has 3 sentences in the entire trilogy, but like he looks cool. They ended up having a whole freaking
Yeah.
side
TV
spinoff.
show. They had a
Yeah,
TV show about
with
it.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And the Django stuff and the prequels, like they
Yeah.
really blew that out because it's just like, oh yeah, he only has 3 lines, but people fucking love this
I
guy.
know.
I have
Yeah.
a Boba Fett fucking little giblet on my Crocs. That's how much
Uh-huh.
Boba Fett kicks
Yeah.
ass. Yeah.
Yeah, so like when people do the Han thing, like and kind of like what he is to people, like I would say Boba
Mhm.
Fett would be my like cool
Yeah,
Mm.
I fuck with Bosk with
guy. Yeah,
2 or 3 S's. There's a lot
and
of S's in there.
IG-88. Yeah,
Yeah,
all the.
dude, the bounty hunters kick ass, dude. Those bounty hunters are fucking cool, man. And
Uh-huh.
and they're cool because they're not in there that much, and that's one of like the great Lucas things. It's just like, okay, you get that shot where they're all standing next to each other on the starship,
Hmm.
and then it's just like, wait, where are these guys? Like, when are we gonna follow up with them? And then like you kind of like
Hmm.
never do. Um,
Mhm.
and yeah, and it's just that's why Lucas is the GOAT because of that.
Yeah.
Uh,
But yeah,
yeah,
no,
but
Han's good. You know, Chewie's like it's a great sidekick thing. He's
Yeah.
like
yeah,
the dog, the
yeah,
lovable dog kind of.
yeah.
What about what about Lando? What's the right thing about Lando?
Lando. Okay, this is good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because here's my Lando take. Is this will be
yeah,
my
yeah.
hot take. They
Get it
never should
off.
have trusted. They never should have trusted Lando. Like I don't care. They everybody's first within 5 minutes. I mean, everybody's like, we don't have a good feeling about this at all. And Han, who has the most troubled past out of everybody, he's the one guy who's like, guys, trust me. And even then, he's like, well, we'll see what happens. Like it's
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, a
and
lot
then
of
immediately
things.
yeah, and then immediately they're like, oh yeah, by the way, I sold you guys out quick. And I appreciate what he's trying to do. Like I'm not.
uh-huh.
This isn't a knock on Lando at all. Like I mean, it was either comply or he's. I mean, he's got a city to run. Um,
Yeah,
so I'm really not
that's
knocking
fair.
for him, but I wouldn't trust him. And then it's hard to believe that in episode 6 he's a general. He's a general of the rebellion, and
Hmm.
pretty much got his own
They worked it out.
storyline.
Yeah,
I guess
things
so. I'm
turn
not sure.
quick in the Star Wars
Yeah,
universe.
yeah, right. Like if Adam fucked me over and I got frozen in carbonite, I'd be pretty pissed. So and like was kind of doing some freaky shit with my girlfriend at the time.
I'll
I
take care of her, dude. Don't worry. I'll take really good care of her.
also
I'll
yeah
take really good care of her.
also don't know if I'd be quick to be like, you know what? Let's promote this guy. I want him
Yeah.
flying my ship. Like it's I want him driving my car. I want
Not a
him I
scratch.
want him yeah. It's I like Lando and I like that storyline, but it's very interesting that Han Solo's like, well, he's Lando, so
What if
he
Hmm.
I
gets
then
away
teamed
with
up with
that.
her girlfriend to bust you out of carbonite? What
Yeah,
about that?
right. But even then, when they're the Jabba, and when they're in Jabba the Hutt, the first scene of Return of the Jedi,
Yeah.
Lando's performance is extremely underwhelming. Everybody,
He
Luke
doesn't
is
do
going
anything. He
off.
doesn't do anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's just like
Hmm.
all you see is his eyes, and he's just freaked out the whole time because he's got
Mhm.
that mask on, and you're like, oh, I forgot Lando was in this scene. I can't wait for him to do
Hmm.
something. And then there's another fight scene, and then you pan back to Lando, you're like, oh, I forgot Lando was in the scene. I can't wait for him to do something. And there's another fight scene back to Lando. Oh, I forgot Lando was in the scene. I can't wait for him to do something. And he's just never does that. I think he flies one of the cruisers, like and then misses his blaster the whole time. So he falls off the ship, and then they have to
Yeah, he's
crawl
hanging
down to try
down.
and get him.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he's just and this is a general. Promote this guy. Like let's have him lead the Starfleet, and yeah, he's all over the place. And I'm sure they get into it in Solo, the movie Solo, a little bit. But I haven't
Yeah.
seen that, so I'm not sure how all that
Kind of.
blends in. But
Yeah, but you're right, Lucas, that like he does flip quick. It's just like with Luke and Obi-Wan, like he meets him and then all of a sudden like, oh my
he's all
God,
in.
this guy's
Just
yeah,
but like,
yeah.
Well,
I know. And Family Guy did a good thing on that. They're
Yeah.
like, what,
exactly.
the guy you met 5 minutes ago?
Yeah. He, yeah, and Chris is like
Um,
is shit talking, or Peter's shit talking the Force, and Chris is like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you think you're better than the Force?" He's like, "Oh, you mean
yeah,
the thing you learned about 3 hours ago?" Yeah,
yeah,
like
exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's that quick turn, like, you know, and like with
yeah,
Lando, like, you know, they love him, they don't trust him, and then now they're like, you know, all in with him again. It's a
Mhm.
little
Yeah.
quick. The Ewoks are like that too, where,
yeah. They
you
were
know,
yeah, they're
like,
trying to eat him.
yeah, and then,
They try to eat, that's right. They try to eat Han. I forgot
um,
about that. Yeah.
and then they're willing to like, you know, sacrifice their whole village to like throw rocks at stormtroopers.
I know. I remember when the Ewok had like the hang glider. I was like, oh shit, they got some air support. And then he drops a fucking pebble
Yeah,
on the
I
walker.
know.
I was like, can we obliterate the teddy bears, please? Like this is
Yeah,
that's
that's a
gonna
little
be
ridiculous. And I think that's why Return of the Jedi gets like third place
some shit.
in the
Yeah.
rankings.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because, and Lucas was kind of like known for that, or Star Wars. There wasn't gore. Like when people got shot, it wasn't like a
Yeah.
violent ending for anyone's death.
Yeah.
They just all
Yeah. The
kind of, yeah,
blasters. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
They just kind
They're
of
not
fall
guns.
over
Yeah.
and, they just lay there. It wasn't like blood
The,
and
the,
guts
the
Yeah.
anymore.
jump and
Yeah.
roll. The jump and roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Mm.
it's funny you say that because, like, dude, I had a little bit of like a whiplash watching fucking the episode 4, dude. When that arm gets fucking cut off in the bar,
Uh-huh.
like Pig Nose or whatever his name is, like,
Uh-huh.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
it's like holy shit. It's like that's like some like there's like a lot of blood. And, like you like see like
Yeah.
the end of the arm. It's like holy
Yeah.
shit. Like it's got
Well,
some cut
Yeah,
off.
that's one of that and then that snow monster. Like,
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
cut the arm off there
dude.
too, so yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
they did the Tauntauns dirty a lot. They weren't in the movie that long.
yeah.
A lot of them died quick.
Yeah. Do you know
Yeah.
what that tauntaun is? It's a fucking
It's Bill Hader, right? Isn't it Bill Hader?
it is Bill Hader, that's right. Yeah. It's him and Conan together, actually. It's kind of like a two-man horse thing. But dude, it's like a dead lamb fetus or something like that. That they like put
What?
wires through so that they could like move its
Oh.
head around and stuff like that. It's fucking and it was like they like epoxied it and like dyed it. It's fucking nuts, dude. It's like a dead fetus is what it is of like an animal. That's what a tauntaun is.
Interesting.
Fun fact,
Well.
I guess. But yeah,
Good,
yeah.
good job.
Dude, that
Shout out to that lamb fetus for sacrificing itself for the greater good, I guess.
but yeah, dude, the fucking I'm blanking on the name of the snow monster. That shit is crazy, dude. That shit's scary. That's like some straight up like
It is
horror
scary.
stuff. Like
Well, yeah, because he's hanging
happens so
upside
quick.
down. Yeah, and then he's eating the tauntaun. Like basically, like if you were walking your dog, and then all of a sudden you get knocked unconscious, and there's this creature eating your fucking dog. Like it's
Mhm.
it's pretty horrifying. And yeah, I mean, yeah, that scene was a little was scary. It was good scary.
Yeah.
Like it's these movies make you feel something. That's for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, it shows how much of a badass Luke is because he like
Yeah.
he's defeating monsters and shit like that. It's like and then the Rancor and all that stuff. Like yeah.
Right,
And
right
he's really
into- right
using
into-
the Force for the first time.
Yeah.
Like
Really,
moving objects for
Yeah.
using
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Force.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's
Yeah.
right into a battle. Like it is.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
battle on Hoth is fire. Like seeing
Yeah,
the
it's just
Imperial
so good,
Walkers,
dude.
the Imperial Walkers are just really dope.
Yeah. The AT-ATs.
Yeah, and that's one of the things with Star Wars. Like visually, they made things look cool, and then you wanted to buy it. Like going back to when
Yeah.
I was a kid, like you wanted that toy, and they had walkers that were, like big. I don't know
Those
how
toys are
many,
fucking
2-3 feet. Like they had little compartments in the side. You could actually put things in there. Yeah, I mean, and the snow speeder was like, okay, the X-Wings look cool. And, they had, I didn't think the TIE fighters were all that great, but I think Darth Vader's TIE was pretty badass looking. Just
Oh, I
visually,
like the
like
TIE
it looked
fighters.
cool. See,
Yeah.
I don't think
Well,
they
the
look
noise
cool.
is half of it. The noise that they make is so
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
cool. That's
Yeah, the sound
like,
effects, are top notch.
Yeah.
But then the snow speeder was like a new thing they like rolled out for Empire.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that whole sequence. So, oh man. Yeah, so I think, I guess we can kind of talk about like the Empire a little bit and like all their shit. Cause like, I fucking love the TIE fighters. I love like the stormtroopers and like everything that they have there. Like, yeah, I mean, Luke, do you have any like takes on that or? I don't
Yeah,
know.
well,
TIE
again, that was a new look for the snow. Like
Oh.
Lucas, I think, brought it up. Like where like different ones looked different. They had different
Yeah.
roles. So it was snow troopers. It was like more of like like a Ku Klux Klan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Versus like the metal helmet, like in the original one. And
Yeah.
then like the speeder bike ones, they had a different helmet, like,
the
yeah, I
visors.
mean, I thought visually, like, yeah, it just looked cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
think
then there's also, yeah.
yeah, it's very easy to just be like, well, they're stormtroopers and they all look the fucking same. Cool. Like, but yeah,
Hmm.
you have different variations on each one, like little shit like that. I doubt some people would even think of, let alone actually put it into effect. I'm sure, like, when it came down to money, there was somebody who was like, "Hey, George, like, it's gonna cost about an extra 2 million if to get all these extra costumes. Is that something you really want to do?" He's like, "Fuck yeah! Like, that's integral to the story, and like, you can easily make like the argument that it was integral to the story, like being able to see where they were and different types of uniforms, different types of colors.
Hmm.
And then that's new toys.
Yeah,
It's not just a
smart.
standard stormtrooper toy. Then you
Yeah.
get the snowtrooper toy
Yeah,
and
it's
like
like,
everything
oh,
like
you
that.
have the
Yeah.
Tatooine trooper, I've got the Endor trooper, so suck my dick.
Yeah.
Like it's yeah,
But then it
gotta
goes
butt.
back to like, why do the Death Star like 3 times, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
At
Yeah.
least?
Yeah. Well, in the original trilogy,
what's
it's
it?
twice, but yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I
twice in the
so
original trilogy, but then
yeah,
again
And then
with Adam Driver, like
Starkiller
yeah.
Base. Yeah.
Kylo
Episode
Ren's,
7. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am in the
Yep.
I'm in the same boat as you, Mr. Ken. I It really bugs me when, and we've talked about it on the pod before actually, when it's a franchise and it's the same bad guy. Like Avatar is doing it right now. They've had the same bad guy for all three movies, and I don't like that. I think like villains are so cool, and I love a good villain. I think most people love a good villain, and just like to either not have the writing chops for it or just to be scared and not take a risk is just so lame to me.
Mm-hmm.
I do think like they got it right like a little bit. Like they do in Shrek, Prince Charming comes back a couple times. Um,
Yeah.
so I think at least they broke it up a little bit. Um, to I mean they knew what they were doing. It's not like they did kind of have like a cute back and forth, like the rebellion won in the first episode. Luke gets his ass kicked in the second one, which we haven't talked about. I love a good hero smackdown.
Uh-huh.
And Luke definitely when he's hanging underneath the Cloud City, just like absolutely broken, like you feel that shit. Um, so yeah, I'm in the same boat as you, Mr. Ken. Like it didn't really get old because I mean it was still awesome movie. But yeah, it does make you feel a certain way when it's just the same villain over and over again, especially when they're trying the same tactics. It's just like
And
World War
when on
One.
top of when you've demonstrated, like, there's so many examples, you have the capability of making up other stuff. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're a
Yeah.
master at it.
Yeah.
And
I
Hmm.
will
making
give
up
them
cool
some
stuff
credit.
and not highlighting it, making up really cool stuff and throwing it in, like, some back corner of the screen
Yeah.
that only the person that's watched it 10 times is like,
Can
oh my
see.
God, like, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even see that the first 9 times.
Yeah.
You have to watch it that much to pick up on it. Yeah, I know. I don't
Yeah,
get it.
yeah. I
But
mean, episode 6 is different because like it's like Luke inside with the like doing the Darth Vader fight and shit like that, and you have the Emperor there. So like, yeah, I don't know. I think that I really like that part of it. I think that part of it's dope. But I get what I get
yeah.
what you're saying. It's like they're still on the Death Star, like, and there's still like a whole bunch of rebel ships that's got to come in and like blow it up and everything like that. So
Yeah, and I don't have a problem
it's a
with like
similar
the
but
whole
different thing.
sequence. It's like, why is it the same ship? Like,
Yeah.
Death Cube, Death Cube.
yeah, exactly. Like they
Indeed.
could have built something completely different.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think that's great. I think the spaceship fight at the end of Return of the Jedi is amazing.
Cool.
Yeah.
When they come out of hyperspace, they realize the shield generator's
Oh
still
shit.
up, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's a trip. There's another thing. There's so many iconic like one-liners that come out of Star Wars that you see on memes or whatever. And, the Family Guy has also done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But
like
Oh, go ahead.
the space scenes are just so epic. Like it's if you
Yeah.
watch Alien, the space scenes in Alien like aren't that great. and then you
There aren't
watch
that many actual space scenes in Alien. Yeah.
the ones that are pretty lame. You're like, it's just kind of
Yeah.
black with a ship.
Yeah.
It's not like
Yeah.
hmm
um and but then you have not only like one but multiple. Half the movie is obviously shot in space, but like there's multiple shots where it's like you're seeing them fly through space. There's stars when they go into hyperdrive. It's fucking awesome. Hyperspeed, fuck. Um, like it's just so well done. It's not just like one ship. It's all they're filming the whole fleet in space, and it's early '80s at best. Like, and
hmm
it still looks really fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the movie came out in '83, so they shot it before.
But even
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
very,
New
very
Hope,
early
even New Hope
'80s.
looks good. Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
Yeah. New Hope
Yeah.
looks fucking dope. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Kind of like in quote corner. What's your best Star Wars impression? I know you're not like a huge like impression guy, but like
I would
that
like
was a
to.
pretty good Akbar you did.
That was pretty
Yeah,
good.
well, I wasn't doing the voice. I was just,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
man. No,
Yeah.
Vader's breathing's probably
Yeah.
like that's the easy, cheap one that, like, I
Yeah.
won't make a fool of myself in the World Wide Web trying to, like, that, or
I know,
3POs, we're doomed.
our followers are
um,
pretty brutal, so
yeah.
As I say, dude, like the Emperor's like, I'm afraid the shield generator will be fully operational when your friends arrive. That's probably my best. Yeah.
yeah.
Luke, do Yoda. Do Yoda.
Do or do not. There is no try. My favorite Yoda is when he's dying. That's really good Yoda to me. He's like, I forget what he says, but he's like, unexpected this is, and then
Yeah.
dies. It's pretty good. Yeah. Well, because
Yeah.
and it's like significant in the movie because Yoda's got all the
Mm.
answers, and all of a sudden
Yeah.
he's kind of on his ass. He's like, "Oh,
hmm
I didn't know Darth Vader was going to reveal him to be your dad. This kind of changes things." And then
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's like, "Fuck."
Which is another thing that sucks about the prequels is the timing of things. The way everybody got older. Like Luke was born and is like 18, 19.
I think he's
And then
17
Obi-Wan
in
goes
episode
from
one.
like
Yeah.
30 to 70,
Yeah.
and Yoda, like went from a spry guy, like doing barrel rolls all over the
Yeah,
Senate, fighting the Emperor, to like a guy that needs a cane that can barely, step over a brute on Dagobah.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you what, my favorite fight scene in Empire Strikes Back. Forget the Luke Vader. It was Yoda R2D2 dude going at it. That was one of the best stills with the cane. Yeah, it's just
With the
funny.
cane, yeah.
Dunk, 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 dunk.
Uh-huh.
We didn't really talk about 3PO or R2D2 a whole lot.
Yeah,
I don't know
the
if
good
anything
buddy.
was said
Yeah.
there,
Droids.
but
Yeah.
I think that's a good
hey,
little buddy thing.
yeah,
They're like little dynamic between the two of them is, like I'd rather see that type of comedic relief in the original Star Wars than like a Jar Jar, which was kind of the
Yeah.
little bit of the comedic relief in like the
Mhm.
prequel. Um,
yeah,
like their banter, C-3PO's sort of like he's always scared and tepid, and R2's, the brave little
that's my
trash
impression.
can.
Yeah.
um,
Um,
yeah, I think that was a good, an important part of the original trilogy. Like
George
that
Lucas really hates
buddy.
droids. He really hates droids in this trilogy. They're all like enslaved. No one's like really trying to free the droids. Like even Luke, who's like appreciates the droids, he's like, well, I'm still your master, so fuck off. Like
Wipe their
droids get
memories. Wipe their memories.
Mhm.
yeah, just wait for them. Yeah. What's that R2? You got shot in the head? Hang on, I'm gonna go inside the Death Star now.
Yeah.
He's just gonna keep going through.
Yeah. Dude, he's
Yeah,
brutal with
droids.
the droids in the prequels, dude. Like they're getting their fucking heads ripped off. The fucking like
Yeah.
the vulture things in episode
Well,
3. Like
Yeah, though they
that's
do it
just
in
crazy.
I think it was Return of the Jedi. Yeah, it was the beginning of Return of the Jedi when they're like, yeah, you're gonna be Jabba the Hutt's translator because the last translator is getting killed right in front of you, and
Hmm.
he's like screaming. It'd be one thing to just rip apart. It's like and, like
Yeah.
he's just getting torn. There's sparks
Yeah.
flying, sparks
Yeah.
are flying everywhere. There's
Mhm.
bolts flying. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
The
And it's
which
run
is
by a
funny.
droid,
Like,
which is even wilder.
yeah, I know. I was like, Christ,
Yeah.
they were a
Yeah,
tight
it's a
ship here,
trigger
but
warning for 3PO after what he went through on
yeah,
Cloud City.
I know. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. He
that's
just had
right.
to
He
take it
gets fucking.
apart.
Yeah.
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 Fuck the
Oh
droids, dude.
God.
They got no rights.
Yeah.
Droid lives do not matter. They do not matter.
Yeah.
Oh God. That's
Yeah.
funny. Yeah. God. Oh shit. Fuck.
Hey, so Mr. Ken, what's your favorite scene of the whole trilogy?
Oh,
Oh
that's a good
man, favorite scene? Probably it's I love the spaceships. So it would have to be one of the battles. Probably actually the battle in Return of the Jedi at the end. Like I
Yeah.
think
one.
that is that just looks so cool and it holds up. Because in the first one, like when they're trying to, destroy the Death Star, like it isn't really much of a battle, which, it could be another thing. It's like you've got this massive space station and you've got the rebels, that what their attack plan is, and you send three TIE fighters to like take out that. Like there had to have been whole squadrons of TIE fighters
Yeah.
on
Well,
that
and
thing.
their fleet is massive anyway. Like it's anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, so like, but yeah, so that one doesn't, it was cool. It looked great. I love the sound effects, like the way they made the laser sound, um, which isn't like a favorite scene, but like it's a component of what I really love about it. So yeah, so if I had to pick one favorite scene, it would probably be the spaceship battle while
Hmm.
they're trying, like Leia and Han, they're trying to take out the shield generator. You got Lando in the Millennium Falcon trying to hold off the Death Star shots while
Yeah.
they're getting it. You've got Luke fighting Vader in front of the Emperor,
Yeah.
like like that.
Intense.
That is a pretty good trilogy of just struggles, conflicts.
Yeah. And
So.
each more desperate than the last. Like there's they're getting their asses kicked down on Endor. The fleet is getting
Mhm.
demolished, and Luke is getting shocked by Palpatine. It's and then you're like cutting, and it just keeps getting more and more intense. I'm not sure how long, maybe 30 minutes. That kind of feels like a long time. I don't think it was quite that long. Um, but it's definitely like a hearty 20, and it's like watching when the one scene where the Ewok gets like shot. I don't know what it's called, the two-legged ones.
ATST.
ATSTs, yeah.
Oh, ATST. Those things are kind of
Yeah.
freaky too. Like they're like stop motion
Yeah.
and
Uh-huh.
lurching and yeah. When they shoot the Ewok, and I think it's the first time we really see an Ewok die. And not only are you
Yeah,
like, oh
it's
shit, teddy bear died, but then his friend comes over and like lays on top. I was
Dude,
like,
that
Jesus,
shit's so fucking
cut
sad.
that
It's
shit.
so
Like,
fucking sad.
yeah, I'm like,
Yeah,
all
it's
right.
crazy, man.
And you're like, all
Yeah.
right, I need some comedic relief or something. And then you
yeah.
go
Yeah.
back up in space and there's one of the fucking X-wings just blowing up. Like, oh my God. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's that
Well,
scene's
it's
intense.
kind of it's a crazy reminder that these are like war movies, which like you
Yeah,
don't
they
really
are.
think of them
Mhm.
as that, but it's like actually like the story
You
of like
don't.
rebellion and like war movies and like the themes are actually so deep, and it's kind of funny that it's like now like it's like a kids thing, like
Yeah.
and like that's kind of like where like that's how it kind of got popularized. It's like kids like the toys and shit like that, but it's
Mhm.
like
Well,
it's
look at
like Vietnam. It's Vietnam. Like
yeah.
that was over that was happening when they were making this movie, not
Mhm.
when it got
I
released.
haven't
Vietnam was over
I
by that
haven't
point in time.
seen
But like,
I haven't seen The Force Awakens in a long time. Um,
yeah,
but that's what I kind of liked about it. They followed
mhm,
Poe, who was like the rebellion pilot, and it's
yeah,
kind of like a more
Mhm.
zoomed in version of like, hey, these are like actual lives of people. Like
yeah,
they're dying for what they believe in. It's not just
Mm,
about Luke, Leia, Han Solo. I mean, those are great characters, and it's great to follow. But that's what I liked about Rogue One. Like it was deeper than just like, well, Luke's the chosen one, he's got to figure it out. It's like
mm,
these are people who are suffering at the hands of the Empire. Their families have
yeah,
died, and they're like just giving themselves to this cause. It's do or die for them. It's
yeah,
which is great.
yeah.
I think it's a whole
It's like how.
total another aspect that hasn't really been unlocked, and they're slowly kind of figuring it out.
Mhm. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
how many people had to die for Luke to even have a chance? Because that's just
Right.
about getting the plans to Princess Leia. That's all that movie's
Exactly.
about.
Mhm.
And it's
Yeah.
just like, and it's like how many people die and
So
like the
many
sacrifice of
bombs.
that.
So many
Yeah,
bombs.
so many times. Yeah. Yeah, and it's great. And I guess we haven't even talked about it. Fucking Tarkin just fucking blows up Alderaan. And like,
Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
it's like that's not genocide. That's like planet. I don't know what the fuck you
Planet-side.
call that when you blow up a planet.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called when you blow up a planet. No one's done it yet. But
Uh-huh.
but it's like holy shit! You just blew up
And
a
that's
fucking
what is that
planet.
within what like the first 30 minutes of the movie? That's quick.
It's
Talk
maybe
about
like
a quick
halfway point,
turnaround.
something like that. But yeah,
It's
like
it's before
Yeah,
they meet.
because
It's before they meet Han because they're like, well, we need to go to
no,
Alderaan.
they met
ah
Han.
shit. Timeline
Luke
Tasty.
Thought
has
it
met
was
Han because they're on
Yeah,
the Millennium Falcon. That's how you find out it blew up, is because when they
yeah,
come out of hyperspace, they're in the rubble of
you
what's left of Alderaan.
you see it
yeah.
blow
You're
up.
right.
Yeah, the special edition like
Oh,
redid just like the Death Star blow up,
the
like what
explosion.
you watch now isn't what was originally like when you went to the theater in
Yeah,
1977.
77.
What you
Yeah,
see today isn't what you saw then.
that's so
This is why we
crazy.
have our historian on
I know, I know.
teaching us
Well,
things
it's so
here.
fucked up. You can't find those versions of
Yeah,
them.
Yeah,
that is
I don't
It's
that
so
know.
is
wild.
I thought when I signed up for Disney to do this and watch the like,
Uh,
old
yeah,
movies, I thought I would be able to watch. That's what I wanted to
yeah.
watch. Like I wanted to choose the original version. I did not want to
yeah,
choose the special edition version.
yeah,
But
hmm
yeah,
yeah. Are
no.
the DVDs that we have the original or the special edition? Do you know? I haven't watched those in fucking forever, but I know we have DVDs of the
Yeah,
of the
they're not.
prequels and
Your
sequels.
mom might have them. I don't have
I
any
think Alex has
DVDs.
them. Oh,
Okay.
there. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know where they
I don't
are
have a
either.
DVD player, so it doesn't matter. But
Alex buried him in a time capsule. He's not letting anyone get near him.
oh
He's
god,
holding them
that's
He
funny.
sunk
ransom.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sunk him in the bay. He sunk him at the bottom of Rock Creek.
Yeah, yeah. The one place no one would think to look. Uh,
Yeah.
oh, that's fucking funny.
Mm.
Shit. Yeah. So I was looking at yours.
Adam,
I
do you
mean, do
have
you?
your? I was gonna say, what's your favorite scene?
Oh, my favorite scene. Shit. Probably the episode 5 lightsaber fight. Probably
Mm.
that, where they're going through
Mhm.
everything on Bespin, and then you get the "No, I am your father" reveal. I mean, so I'm a huge slut for like lightsabers and Jedi. I think that's the
Mhm.
coolest shit ever, and that's probably like my like prequel brain, telling me that because like the shit that they do and now with like lightsabers and the Force and everything, it's so badass. Yeah, so I'd probably say that because it's like Luke coming into his own and like you know standing up, and he also gets his ass kicked, which is dope too, and you just see how
Mhm.
powerful Vader is. I think I prefer that to the episode 6 lightsaber fight. um yeah. Luke, what's yours?
I was with Mr. Ken. That last scene on Endor, and then
Really.
in the ship.
Yeah,
That was pretty
like the
cool. I like that
Endor
shit.
space battle plus on the Death Star
Yeah.
triangle thing. Yeah, yeah,
If I
that's
had to
dope.
choose, when they're on the Death Star and they're trying to bail out, get Leia out, that's pretty good too.
Oh yeah, yeah, that whole sequence
Oh,
like
and
from the
a
time.
New
Yeah,
Hope, in a New Hope.
yeah, like from like the tractor beam to like them escaping, like that whole sequence is
Yeah.
dope because like it's like they get in the stormtrooper suit and then like the trash compactor and everything. Yeah,
Yeah, they're like
that shit's dope.
they're being smart, and you don't really see that a whole lot in this. Like you're just like, well, the Force told me to do this, so I'm doing it. Like they're kind of like
Mm.
communicate, oh, my comms don't work, that's why I can't talk to you, or like, hey, we have
Mm-hmm.
Chewbacca's prisoner, we're taking him up. Or
Yeah.
like, oh shit, go down the trash chute, like we'll figure it out. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so that seems good, but I still think the last scene of episode 6 is just a hell of a way to end the trilogy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so too. It was a fitting climax to like tie up all the ends for like everything on the movie.
Yeah.
and I
Um,
like the end. I like the last scene, like all the cities are celebrating and they're just kind
Oh
of
yeah.
hanging out on Endor. I thought that was pretty good. I
Yeah.
like that.
The party on
mhm.
Endor looks like the most fun thing
In the
ever.
trees and shit.
Like
Yeah.
I'd love to party with the Ewoks. That sounds
Yeah.
fucking
And
dope.
it's really when Han is like thinking that there's something between Luke and Leia, and
Yeah.
Han's like, "I
Yeah.
know you love Luke. I know you love Luke. I'm
Yeah.
gonna walk away. I'm not gonna say anything. Don't
Mhm.
worry about it."
Huh.
And then
Yeah.
she's like, "Luke's my sister," or whatever. Sorry, he's
Yeah.
transgender. No, Luke's my brother. And he's like, "Oh, he's your brother." And then
Yeah.
that seems
Yeah, I know. It's
Yeah.
like for a man of the world, like it took him 5 seconds to be like, "Oh, okay, so like
yeah,
we can be together."
yeah.
Hmm.
Oh my god. So, Dad, do you want to, for the listeners out there, my father has an anthropology degree. Shout out, ASU, Arizona State
ASU.
University. Forks up, baby.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about that a little bit? I know you mentioned like Joseph Campbell when we were like kind of talking about this stuff earlier. Like,
Oh, that. Well, I mean, it was just kind of funny, and this has no relation to me when I first was, uh, getting into Star Wars. Obviously, I didn't
uh,
even know what anthropology was when I was 3 years old. But no, it was just that, like, when we were talking about doing this podcast, it was just kind of funny that George Lucas was an anthropology
mm,
major
yeah,
when before he went to study film and media or whatever he did. He was an anthropology major, and it was just something that I was in. And he was a big fan of Joseph Campbell, which I was a big fan of Joseph Campbell at that time of my life. And I didn't know any of that until after the fact. Because with Star Wars, there's been so much revealed and there's been so many interviews done, and it's all up on the internet now, where like back in like the late 80s, early 90s, when the internet wasn't around, like unless I guess you really searched magazines or newspaper articles in the library or something, like you would know all the things we know about Star Wars now because you just couldn't sit down in front of your laptop and Google something and up
Right.
pops, a million different trivia facts, about the franchise. So it was just kind of interesting that like there were some parallels with Lucas and myself at the time, but that was pretty much it. And I did see Star Wars more as like modern day Greek mythology. Like I've thought about it in that way. And then knowing what I knew after the fact about Lucas as an anthropology and the Joseph Campbell and the hero's journey and all that, like I can see as like, oh, okay, well, it makes sense that I saw it that way because there were some elements of Lucas when he was creating this world. Those were some of his influences in his life at that time, like late teens, early 20s, whatever it was when he was starting to like develop the Star Wars universe. Oh,
cool. Yeah, I mean, I didn't have too much else to say, but I don't know if you wanted to talk about that a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah,
Plot
I know
thickens.
yes, it does. Yes, it does.
It's deeper and deeper.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh,
Hmm.
but yeah, Dad, was there like anything else that you wanted to touch on?
No, I'm pretty proud of three guys going however long we went, and we didn't even mention Leia's bikini. Like we did a good job
Yeah.
staying away from
Yeah, yeah.
that.
You want to do Friends Corner, Luke? Do you want to do Friends Corner?
Yeah, they Friends did it best. I think
Yeah.
Jennifer Aniston or Carrie Fisher. I'm not sure which one took the prize there, but
Oh,
you got to give it to Aniston. Adam's
yeah.
doing
I
some
don't think
stupid
that's.
meta shit. Ignore him.
Yeah. Big fan of the gold
He's-
bikini. Big fan of the gold bikini.
Yeah, I mean that's
Change your
like
life.
the nerds, sexual
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, you were
fantasy.
10. You were 10
They
when
knew
it
their
came
audience.
out.
They
So
knew their
yeah,
audience. Yeah.
yeah, it was a big deal.
Oh,
Yeah.
the good
Like
man.
we gotta get something going here.
But no, shout out to all the Halloween costumes that have come out since then, and drunk
Dude, yeah,
college girls dressing up like that. I mean, they
that's
did
right.
give us that.
Shout out to them.
All in. Carrie
There
Shout
was
out
a
to
whole
Carrie
thing
Fisher,
where like
R.I.P.
Carrie Fisher talked about that, where like it was not form fitting at all, and she had some problems being discreet and um,
Mm.
proper without showing stuff like while
They wanted
wearing
to
it.
make it. They wanted to make it R-rated, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
have a nip
Oh
slip.
gosh. Yeah.
hmm
Oh, yeah. Also
I
her and Harrison Ford just banging the whole time. How about that?
I think you cut out. I don't know if Mr. Ken heard you.
Oh shit.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Yeah,
I was
I
Yeah.
I
thought
was
you
gonna
guys
say
were fighting
oh,
over airtime.
damn.
We lost him again. Well, it usually takes a couple. I'll do this. Hopefully, he's not talking. But
What, do you forget to charge his phone?
no, it does. It does this every now and then. It's just we shot a pod the past a couple days ago, and for the first time it did that. I think it's
Hmm.
him.
I don't know what's going on with me. Yeah,
It's got to
it
be
is
you
me.
because
It is
he
me.
felt the same. Yeah. So hang
Yeah,
up,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I'll just do Mr. Ken.
Yeah.
We'll wrap it up then.
Oh my God. I was
Real
gonna
quick,
say
all right.
Carrie Fisher and Harrison Ford banging the whole time.
Hmm.
That's
Well,
a
good thing
fact.
we cut that out. Oh wait, was that? No, he was married.
Hmm.
Mr. Ken, one F word. Put it anywhere in the trilogy. Where are you putting it?
Wait, I lost you a little bit. What's this again?
You can throw one F word, one fuck, and anywhere in the trilogy. Where are you putting
Oh, when you get your hand cut off, like be like fuck.
it? Fuck. Oh man, that's pretty good.
Be like, Dad.
What the fuck are you doing?
Dad.
That's pretty
I
good.
thought you were gonna do it's a fucking trap. I thought you were gonna do that. Admiral
That
Akbar.
would have been too.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
hoping he wouldn't do that.
yeah, yeah.
Is that when
He's
you
too
put
easy.
yours?
That's too fuck. It's funny because an arm gets cut off in each movie in the trilogy. So like it'd be funny if like anytime anyone got their arm cut off, they said fuck. It's like Pig Nose, Luke, and then Vader.
Yeah.
They all say fuck when they get their arms
Yeah,
cut
like
off.
even
no.
the snow
Snow
monster.
Whoa. Oh man.
Oh god! Or I'll tell you, I know what a good one is when Han cuts open the tauntaun, and
Tauntaun wakes up.
yeah,
And I
yeah,
thought they smelled bad
yeah,
on the outside.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm
That's a good
still
one.
fucking alive, you jackass. That's it.
Yeah,
You've gotten them from the inside.
that's fucking funny. Yeah, that's a good one. Good call, Luke. Good call.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
Add
mean,
it to
I
the
guess
categories.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, I guess.
No, okay.
Yeah,
I'll add something up. Mr. Ken, you got to get a tattoo. Anywhere from the movie Star Wars related. What are you getting and where?
Oh, yeah, okay. It would probably be a Mandalorian symbol. Oh God, like where on my body would I do it?
yeah,
Uh,
on the
Right there.
ass.
Yeah.
Oh, right on the
Yeah.
my, like,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
Probably either chest or shoulder, I guess. Like if I wouldn't ever do that. Yeah,
That's so
probably
funny.
just say like a Mandalorian thing, like right here.
That's hilarious. You say that because Calix has that tattoo.
I know.
He's got a fucking
Not
Mando
too- we can
thing on
change
his left shoulder.
Not too, we
Is
can
it right
we can
here?
wrap this up.
It's
Oh,
on
is
his
it here?
shoulder. It's on his left
Oh,
shoulder.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I can't remember if he has like the Din Djarin one or the Boba Fett one. I can't remember which one he has. I think he has the Boba Fett one. But like, yeah. So I think because he has a mythosaur. That's right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
I
it is.
can't. shout out Calix. I can't believe I remember that much about you. Um,
I knew that. I wasn't gonna say it. I
is
wasn't gonna say it.
for real? Okay.
I'm not trying to. It sounds like we're wrapping up here. I'm not trying to open another can of worms, but he actually
Yeah.
introduced me a lot to Star Wars.
Yeah,
So
I mean, Calix is like a huge. I mean, that's one of the best things about
Star.
Star Wars is like you learn about stuff from your friends, you hear about stuff, and it's just like, oh, did you know about this? Did you hear about that? Like,
Mhm.
I mean, like, that's part of like me and Alex's bond. It's like we talk about Star Wars a fuck ton. Like we both know a lot about it. He knows a lot of stuff that I don't know. I think might know some things that he doesn't know, and like it's just cool to like, oh, did you know this? Did you know that? How did this happen? How the timeline fits together? Who this person is? Who that person is? And
I mean,
all that shit.
it's
It's really fascinating and like
it's prob
it's a great way to bond.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
probably the most lore involving a franchise ever.
Mm.
There's so much media out there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So much
Yeah.
media, and that's why it's like
Yeah.
intimidating. Like it was for me for like I had only seen the original trilogy for the longest time, and up until like a couple of years ago, I was like, well, let me get in here, and you gotta jump in the deep end. I mean, because I mean, Adam, I
Hmm.
don't know if you remember when we watched the prequels together. I
I
would probably
do. I
pause
do.
it every 15, 20 minutes, like, why the fuck did he do
Yeah.
that? And then you'd be like, well, there's a book,
Yeah.
and then I'd be like, no, we're playing, like, forget it, like, I'll just figure it out.
Well, it's
And
funny because you weren't pausing it. I was pausing it to tell you, and I was like,
oh,
okay, so here's
Hey,
here's
like,
what
I'm
here's what
watching
you need to
movies
know.
with one of these
Here's,
fucking
yeah,
assholes.
I know. I was like, so
You're
here's
like,
what you need to
wait.
know. This is why this is important. Yeah, like let me tell you about the Trade Federation. So the thing with the Trade Federation
the Trade
is
Federation. They are not Asian. They are not Asian. No matter
Uh,
what George Lucas is trying to convey. Uh, yeah. I mean, well,
Oh
there's so
god.
many tiers. Like you can just watch it surface level and be enjoyed, or you can jump down
Hmm.
6 or 7 different rabbit holes and still
Yeah.
enjoy it.
mhm.
So
Yeah,
you can
There's
always
there's
go
so much
deeper.
depth.
You can always
Yeah.
go deeper.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's why I chose this movie as my intro to the Lucas and Adams show.
That's right. That's right. And yeah, let us know what you want to talk about. We'll have you back.
Yeah.
And
We'll
dude,
we'll,
this
we'll
was
come together.
Yeah.
We'll
And
come
for the
together for
record, to
Mandalorian.
correct the previous pod, Snatch is not my favorite movie. So
Is it
quit
not?
putting
Is
that.
it not?
No, don't put that out there.
What is it? For the record. For the
Well,
record.
no,
Dan,
no,
what is
say
it?
it. I just said I couldn't answer it. Like, but the most important movie would be Star Wars.
Okay.
So, like,
Well,
I would say,
it's
no, but
changed
what
20
I
times.
said
What is
was
it now?
Snatch was my favorite Brad Pitt movie because
Okay.
that's the one where, like, he doesn't play the same guy, like,
Yeah.
over and over again,
Yeah.
just in a different
Yeah.
movie.
So
Like, he
so
actually
the correct
really acted
Yeah.
in that.
so the correct viewing order is 4, 5, Snatch, 6. Okay, just
Yeah.
want to verify. That's what they are.
It's actually
Okay.
Brad Pitt. He's the Ewoks,
4,
actually.
5,
Yeah.
Snatch,
Just people
6,
talk about
9.
that.
Yeah.
Four,
Okay.
five,
There we go. Oh man. Ocean's
shit.
11,
So-
Phantom
Oh, God.
Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
right.
Cool.
All right. Well, thank you.
Well, Yeah, thank you for having me on, guys. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. Been a
We'll see
blast.
how our football picks aged. We'll see if
Yeah,
there's, like,
that's
any-
right. Yeah. So you have the Seahawks and Patriots, right? With the
Yeah.
Seahawks in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's your pick,
And I
right,
think
Lucas?
I think Seahawks win it all.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like if I had to put money on it, I agree with you. I would like to see
Same.
the Rams come back and beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Plus, I'll be in LA, like for the, Adam and I'll be together, and
Oh
it'd be
yeah. I
cool.
forgot you were
Yeah.
going up.
It would be cool to like watch the Rams win the Super Bowl when I'm hanging out with
In
Adam and
LA.
my buddies, all my ASU. Shout out all my ASU buddies, Blaine and all you guys. I'm looking forward to hanging out in the garage and watching the Super Bowl. Hopefully, the hometown team pulls it out. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
That's what I'm hoping for. Yes. So we'll be in LA together for the Super Bowl, which will be fucking dope. My heart is with the Rams. Whatever they do.
Hometown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Horns up, baby.
But yeah. And to wrap everything up, just shout out Devontae Adams. I love you. You were
Yeah, he
on
did
our
good for
fantasy team this
fantasy.
year. Yep, he was on our fantasy team this year. Dad and I, we ran a fantasy team together, and
Fifth place,
Devontae
right?
Adams, I love you. That's right.
Yeah, but you don't know how many people are in that league, man.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
Fifth out of 35. Fifth out of 35.
Yeah.
It was a deep league.
That's right.
It was a deep league. And Jared Stidham was actually my starting quarterback in this league. It was a deep league.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh
Well,
shit! All
Well,
right.
thank
Well,
you
guys,
guys. You
this is
guys
fucking
have a good
awesome.
one.
no, thanks for
Yeah,
coming on.
we'll do.
This
You're
is
Yeah,
this
welcome.
has
My
been
pleasure.
anytime, man. Anytime. Yeah, we'll have you back.
Yeah.
this has been
May the force be with you.
Yeah. This
Good deal.
this has been roof shopping cart, guys. Okay, roll.